Earlier in the show, I mentioned the fact that Tracy P is my makeup artist for Cityline, as many of you already know. And our mornings always start in the makeup room right before the show. And it's something I really treasure because it's my quiet time. It's my time to hang out with her. And, you know, I've been missing that over the last few months because we talk about everything, and I mean everything. Nothing is off the table. Whether it's the news of the day, it could be the latest celebrity gossip, it could be whatever's going on in our lives. It's usually fun. Sometimes it's super deep. Sometimes it's so shallow, but it is always relatable. So we thought, why not take those conversations out of the makeup room and onto the show so we can have them with all of you. It's a little something we're calling TNT. All right, T. You know, you and I get to talk about whatever we want in this segment, and so it's definitely going to go off the rails. But I'm going to start by talking about this picture Kim Kardashian posted, and it caused a lot of comments. A lot of people on Instagram were, you know, a lot of people obviously loved it because people love Kim K. But she's in this super tight girdle because she's going to be getting into that really tight sort of plastic looking dress that she wore to the Met Gala last year. And she's sort of reflecting back on that. Now, when she originally did it, people were freaking out. Oh my gosh, did she get rid of her ribs? How is her waist so small? Is this a good image for women to be seeing? All of that. So we thought, let's use this as our inspiration today. From my perspective, COVID has been very interesting with my relationship with my body because for the first time in, I don't know, forever, I don't know, maybe since I was 6 years old, I am just completely unaware of my body. I don't have to walk out in the studio to an audience of 70 people, and there's no one really scrutinizing my look from head to toe. Everyone in the neighborhood is dressed like a bum because we don't have to dress up for anything. And so it's just my family. So there's no pressure on me right now to look a certain way to achieve any body goals. So to me, I wonder what their relevance is in this time when so many of us are moving away from glam. What do you think, T?
I think the issue with them is it's not like, listen, everybody's allowed to do what they want. They have made their money this way, and bless them. That's fine. I think the problem with them is that they have such a disconnect. Like they have such a large audience, but they seem to be so disconnected from what the rest of the people want to see or what we should be talking about sometimes. I don't think we should be looking at them as our moral compass at all. And I get that she has moved into fighting for justice in the prison system, but then she rides the fence of doing things like this. So she seems to be, the whole family seems to be very disconnected. For me, I am like you. I have been in a very different space when it comes to my body. I have just been relaxed. I'm not really concerning myself with that because there's just so many other things to be concerning ourselves with. I mean, seriously, we are in a time right now where, you know, there's COVID and there's race relations and there's so many serious topics going on. And I think so that is the problem with that family, is that with all of this seriousness going on, they continue to do things that show they're very disconnected. And I also think they get hit on harder than everybody else because a lot of celebrities don't post about a lot of these serious things. But because we're into reality and we follow everything about our lives and we tell the truth and we let everybody in on our lives, they don't tell the truth. They don't tell a lot of the stuff that are going on in their lives, and they don't tell the truth about their bodies. So that's the thing that I think why they get hit so hard. You can't ride this fence of like, I'm serious and I want prison reform, and then you post things like that. I think at some point she's got to make a choice. Does she want to be a serious lawyer, or does she want to be someone who continues to make her living the way they make their living, which is all about their aesthetics?
I like that you mentioned the disconnect, because I think that's the thing that people harp on. We're in a moment where we're having racial uprising. It is global. And this family has been accused in the past of being culture vultures, of jumping in and doing a cornrow and saying,
Yep.
and everybody's saying they started doing cornrows, or, you know, this whole fetishizing of black men that's happening throughout, you know, maybe 3 out of the 7,000 sisters. I can't even remember how many Kardashians there are. But these are all issues that people are talking about right now. Like, people are really putting up a mirror right now for how people have been using black culture, and have they been giving back to the communities that they've become so famous, sort of emulating that culture. And so I wonder if the Kardashians are going to come out on the other side of all this as popular as they were before. What do you think?
That's kind of hard to predict, because who knows, after all of us being locked up inside for so long, people might want to go so uber glam and uber to the other way. We might, or we might just be like, that's so not important anymore. I can't predict these things, even though I like to pretend I know everything. I don't know. I have no idea. But I hope that they move forward. I hope they move forward in a better direction that's a little less, shallow.
I love it. I hope so too, T. Thank you. See, that was fun. We ate up our time when we went overtime, just like in the makeup room. Thank you, TT.